clutch cover. What we're going to do today is we're going to install the HardRacing Katako clutch cover. So this will be the last time you'll see this on the Grom. I'm going to swap it out today for the clutch cover, remove the oil spinner, reduce about 2 pounds of spinning weight on the Grom, and yeah, it should be good. So first, do a little movie magic. I'm going to get rid of the fairing, the lower fairing. I'm going to drain the oil. I'm going to do that off camera only because I think it's going to take a lot of time. Don't want this video to be too long. I just want to get to the meat of the video. So we do have to install the clutch cover from Katako on the Honda Grom, again, to reduce some of that weight. So yeah, man, it's pretty cool. It comes with instructions. But you will, now I'm not sure if everybody has this part, but I said, you know what, I'm going to take no chances. So I ordered this, which is the oil spinner remover and clutch basket remover, which is this tool here. I ordered it off their website as well, so that way I'm not taking any chances as far as installing or removing the oil spinner. You don't have to buy it, but I decided to only because I didn't want to take any chances. So let's see what's inside the box, or at least what it comes with. So it says, before installing your clutch cover, please take a second to pop off the oil filter cover and confirm the spring is seated correctly behind the filter. Oh, sorry about the helicopter, by the way. When you remove the filter, you will see the spring is in the back of the cover. This only takes 30 seconds. All right, cool. Pretty simple enough. But I've watched the HardRacing's website, HardRacing YouTube video. I've seen this several times before I ordered this part, just to make sure I knew what I was doing. But what comes in the box is a gasket, the instructions, the clutch cover itself. I don't think I'll be able to take this out with one hand. Oh, I got it. All right, so let's move this box out of the way. And let's open this up. See what we got in here. Probably an opening. Yep. Damn it. And this is what it looks like. And then here is the, should be the hardware, like a, yep. This, the spring, and that nut. This part goes inside of here where the oil spinner goes. Yeah, man. So I think we're pretty much ready to go. But they want you to check in here to see if the spring is in the back. It only takes 30 seconds to check. So I'll check that in the process of installing this on the ground. And the oil sight glass, yeah, man, this is going to be pretty cool. And then the old dipstick, I'm going to cut the tip off and use it and put it here versus buying a different one or another one. So I think I'm ready to get started, man. Is just drain out the oil. I'm gonna go grab some aluminum foil to cover the exhaust, drain out all the oil, and then I'll get started on replacing the clutch cover. Drain out of the crankcase. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna loosen all of these 8 millimeters. There's 1, 2, 3 back there, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Count it one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 10 in total. This is gonna come out and go on a new clutch cover. But just wanted to make sure I got the 10 bolts on the outside of the crankcase coming off. And then we're gonna get to the nitty gritty of the bike itself. Hell yeah. What is that? It's blocking the screen. I thought it was the most amazing idea to have, but they was working on an actual different part of the, it was a car, it wasn't a bike. And what they did was they had this piece of cardboard and they put holes where the screws normally went. You don't have to do this, but I'm just doing this just so I can keep an idea of what goes where, because especially this part here, I need to make sure this goes back, and then these two have a bracket to hold the O2 sensor cable. So I'm gonna set this aside. And now we got everything loose. To me, the easiest way to do this is to take this off first, but to remove the clutch cover from the crank, if you just pull the lever in, it disengages the clutch cover from the crank just by doing this, because it pushes it out. So now I can take the cable off. I don't know if I can do this with one hand, but let's see. You gotta pull it forward. Basically, this part has to go in, and then there's like a little hole where the cable itself will pass. But I don't think I can do it with one hand. Let me try one more time. Yeah, it's not gonna work. But if you look closely, this cover is off. So, real quick, just a small, disclaimer: don't try to take this off without turning the rear set on the right side of the bike. Only because I tried it and I just ripped the gasket. So this gasket is no longer good. I hate for you to go through what I just went through, trying to twist this clutch cover and twisting and twisting and twisting, and I didn't realize it was still stuck on this side, and it ripped it in half. So yeah, so this is a 12 millimeter. So this is a 12 millimeter. Perfect fit, and then this is a 19. And perfect fit. So I'm gonna I'm gonna take this completely off, loosen this, turn it, take the cover off, and then we'll have access to the entire setup in there. All right, guys, so right now, what I have to do before I put on the clutch cover is I need to remove this oil spinner. To get to that bolt behind, I need to take this cap off, the oil filter, and I'll have access to that bolt with that special tool that I ordered from HardRacing. So let me take these off. These are 10 millimeters. I got one right here, as a matter of fact. And to keep it from spinning, yeah, I'll need 2 hands. Now that I got the clutch filter spinner plate off, oh, this is the gasket, by the way, that comes off of there. I use a 10 millimeter to take those bolts out. So now you can actually clearly see the dented spinner. Oh, one more thing. So me personally, I don't like to use metal against metal. Some people I see they put screwdrivers in there to keep it from spinning. What I ended up doing, since I'm not gonna need this dipstick, or at least the entire length of it, I just put the tip in here, got me a box or a wrench, and I just loosened it by having this hold it in place, which is plastic. I'd rather break plastic than break metal. So now let me get that special socket, and I'm gonna take this off, and the oil spinner should just slide right out. So let me do that real quick. I'm gonna be honest with you, Milwaukee is the future. This took it off in a matter of seconds. But yeah, so whatever. It's off now, and just slide this guy off. I think I will need this washer, if I'm not mistaken. So I just put them together, and then just watch this oil spinner just slide right out of there. Oh my God, it's so heavy. Damn, this is 2 pounds? Jeez. All right, so we're not gonna need that anymore. So yeah, so the next step is to transfer over the clutch cover hardware, guys. So this part was a little tricky for me when I was watching the HardRacing's video, but I think I got it. So the way it goes, the longer part goes facing the engine like that, right? Then this part, hold on, I need to get it to focus. All right, so you see how it has that little curve, faces in towards the engine like that. Well, it actually says side out. Okay, perfect. So let me show you that real quick. So it says outside, but it doesn't say inside. All right, cool, whatever. So yeah, so this goes like this. Okay, then the part I was really got me nervous is this ring needs to sit on the inside. Okay, I don't know how I'm gonna show you this part. See if it can focus. All right, so you see that little groove in there? That's where that ring needs to sit, inside of that groove. And then when you get it on, you basically slide it on here and you tighten it down. And then once you get it inside of here, you slide it back on. Try not to pinch or rip the O-ring, and then you tighten it back down on here. And man, that's pretty much it, man, and you're good to go. So let me take my time with this O-ring. Let me take my time with this O-ring so I don't rip it inside of here. What they say also is to put a little bit of oil on the inside so that way it can lubricate and it'll slide around. So I'll try that too. But I'm going to try my best not to rip this O-ring. I don't think you'll be able to see it, but you can kind of see the ring in there right now. So I have the ring in place. So this is a part that has me a little bit nervous when it comes to putting it back on the bike, because it gets real tight right there. I don't want to mess this up. So to be safe, let me do it with 2 hands. See you guys in a sec. Guys, you see that there's a hole there and there's another one. That's where the oil spins out of. I didn't know that, man. HardRacing didn't show me that. But nevertheless, this I'm assuming keeps the oil in there. But there's 2 holes that the oil comes out of when it spins. That is so cool. Alright, so now that I have this in place, all that's left is to put the clutch cover back on, but that is a pretty simple step. There's one more thing that they ask you to do, is to check to see if the spring is in the back of the oil filter, so I'm going to test that out real quick. I got it off, or I got it loose. Pop these off. By the way, this is where the oil filter goes. I ordered a few extra filters. I think I ordered 4. So that way I got a bundle deal, bundle pricing. So pretty good deal, so I got it like that. Okay, so if I remember correctly, I think you're supposed to turn and then pull. There we go. And then the spring that they're referring to is this spring here. So make sure that spring is in there already. So then you just put the oil filter back in. Well, I'm gonna need 2 hands because I gotta push it down, hold it in place, and then put those screws back. So let me put this all back together and then we'll jump back over to the bike. We head over to the new clutch cover. Don't forget to take the clutch spring thing out of the Grom. To take it off is very simple. You just pull this little dial out, up and out. I think you need 2 hands. Yeah, so you twist this part and then lift that part, and then this whole mechanism will slide up. And once it slides up, transfer it over to the new clutch cover. So let me do that real quick. Ready for this? I've been waiting a couple of weeks, and let's throw this bad boy on. So I'm gonna put this on. I'll see you guys in a sec. Yo, you're not gonna believe this, but I did forget to put the gasket, and I also forgot to transfer the dials. So don't forget to transfer the dials, and also don't forget to put in a new gasket that came with the clutch cover. So yeah, so now I'm pretty much ready to go. I have the, oh my God, this is stiff. Welcome back. So now all that's left is to put the oil, whatever, with the oil, whatever. I just want to put it all back together, take it for a quick spin, and just make sure everything is the way it should be. But I realized that you don't have to cut this. It fits pretty good. You don't have to cut it. But yeah, so let me put some oil in it, because I clearly don't have any. Which is cool, is it gives you the indicators to let you know that you're full or not full. So yeah, shouldn't take long to put some oil. Oh God, don't tell me I need 2 hands. Hold on, let's see here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Sun's going down, losing a lot of daylight. But yeah. From what I remember, it takes literally 1 quart of oil. So I gotta reset my trip.